Yes guys, welcome back to Seb on Golf and welcome to my garage. In this video, I'm going to be taking on probably the hardest challenge I've ever had to do on this channel. Hitting 10,000 golf balls in February. Only 28 days, that's over 350 golf balls a day. It's going to be a massive test on my mind, on my hands, definitely on my back, possibly on my marriage, but my golf swing is going to go under huge scrutiny here. Just how well will it hold up? Is it going to get better? Is it going to get worse? If you are new to the channel, please consider hitting that subscribe button. Drop a like on the video if you're excited for this one. And let me know in the comments, what is the most amount of balls you've ever hit in a single day? Because I think mine's about 200. Okay, so how are we going to do this? Well, I'm going to be hitting 10,000 golf balls. I'm going to be using my SkyTrack launch monitor to keep track of all my data. I'm going to be bringing in some special guests, more on those later in the video, to give me a bit of help and guidance along the way. Keep an eye on my golf swing. But I'm going to be doing some of the skills challenges on the SkyTrack to track my game at the beginning of the video and then to compare it to how much better or worse I've got at the end of it. So, after a couple of months out of the game, just how bad has my already poor ball striking got? First things first, I jumped on the range on the SkyTrack, got some raw data for my swing. You can do loads on the SkyTrack, including bag mapping, wedge matrices, different challenges, play some of the greatest golf courses all around the world, play some rounds. But for me, the most important game mode is going to be the skills assessment. 3 balls at 10 different targets across 10 different distances. It's going to give me a handicap for every single one and overall. And as you can see, it was very inconsistent. Some great shots, some less good shots. A little left was in there, which is a little concerning, and some distance control issues with the wedges. All of that was going to need to be addressed. This SkyTrack has honestly been a game changer for me. It's an unbelievable device. Everything you'd ever want from a launch monitor, but an absolute fraction of the price. I'm going to be working with the guys at SkyTrack a lot more now. We're going to be bringing you lots more content, so stay tuned for that. And if you do want a SkyTrack device of your own, there's a link down in the description and a special code for you to use to get your own today. So, as well as doing the ball striking challenge, I'm going to be doing a skills test from 6 feet. 100 putts from 6 feet, what is my make percentage? So seeing as I am lucky enough to have the putting green, I want to make sure I make use of it. Not just for a bit of variety, but to be honest, to take a bit of pressure off my back. As some of you guys know, with the back issues I've got, I have a really real concern about what's going to happen in 10,000 golf balls. I have, however, got a little secret weapon up my sleeve for that. More on that later. Better. Much better. 36 handicap that last one. That's better. Go on then, go in. Go in, sit, hit the flag. Oh! There is some data. It's giving me a handicap of 9.6. I mean, my handicap's 4, so it's not great. But after a month and a half, maybe 2 months off, don't know what I'm to expect really. So here I am, finishing off the last few of the 100 putt challenge. Finish strong, finish strong. Yes. Well, there we go. 72% inside 6 feet, or from 6 feet. Let's see how that compares to the PGA Tour. There you go, PGA Tour goes. 71%! I'm basically a tour player, guys. If only the PGA Tour was played on putting only, in my garage, on AstroTurf. I'll be on the tour, baby. Don't worry about them 4 irons. Yeah, but Seb, we really do need to worry about those 4 irons, don't we? Hitting this many golf balls unchecked could be a very bad idea for just a 4 handicapper who's not really sure what I'm doing. So thankfully for me as well, I've got my good friend Piers from Me and My Golf who's on hand to take a look at my swing, take a look at my numbers now, and give me some drills to work on to improve.
Do you know what the thing is for you? That we know that your short game's really good, your putting's really good, your driving's really good. We know that the irons are a part of your game. If we were to say anywhere, any bucket of the disciplines in your game, that's probably where you need the most work.
Definitely.
But it's still not desperate. But if you're going to hit 10,000 balls, and you're probably going to hit a lot of them with your irons, it'd be good to actually work at it.
Your club, as it swings back, we can see that it actually swings a lot more underneath the plane than you're used to. So it normally wouldn't swing that much underneath the plane. So if your club's coming a little bit too much underneath the plane, we may want to look at getting it on a better angle on the way back. Okay. The second thing is actually at the moment, your body pivot is actually pretty good as far as your hips. So your hips are turning more than they probably would do normally. So that's actually good. That shows that it may be a little bit more flexible. But as you said, the big key is these shoulders. So when your shoulders are in a position like this, where that line I've drawn on the top of them is pointing above your den caddy. So you got your hashtag United TaylorMade den caddy. So what we would want to do is we want to get that pointing more down here. So actually at this stage here, if you're hitting balls off the mat, a good checkpoint for you is to get your shoulders pointing at the bottom of the den caddy. You got shoulders in the backswing and hips in the backswing. Yeah, you can practice that. Now you can do that for maybe 5,000 shots. The other 5,000 punch shots. Shots where you finish real short on the way through, but what you can see as I'm swinging through now, look at my hands. My hands are behind my body, yours are out here. So we're going to get these shots where you're hitting these like little mini punch shots, imagining that you've got branches here hanging and you're trying to ping them underneath the branch.
So I had my homework, I had a nice new drop from Adidas for some Adicross gear. I had to just get on with it. And I did get myself into a little bit of a routine. I take Nelly to preschool in the morning, and then get in the garage, get warmed up, get limbered up, stretch that back out, and get on with some of those drills Piers had given me. And first things first, I noticed there was definitely a little left in there. I was sort of managing it, but it was definitely something to be aware of. I did, however, notice when I was getting them, the ball was going a little bit further, which was very encouraging. But one really concerning thing was just how much my hands were hurting after only a few days into it. The back was tight. I ended up doing some children's yoga with my daughter, trying absolutely everything I could to keep it loose, which was working a little bit. The hands, however, were really starting to cut up. As well as the hands cutting up, it was all starting to get a little bit repetitive. Doing the different distances massively helped. Bringing in some putting massively helped. But I think it was time to talk to another good friend of mine, Rick Shields, who this video is actually inspired by, when he did a video himself hitting 1,000 balls in a single day.
The biggest challenge you're going to face is boredom. So make sure you're going and using different holes on the simulator and try and hit different shots. Don't just stay in one position, hitting at one hole for too long, because that can definitely get really boring.
Yeah, thanks, man. I did see that you did a lot of different. You went to Pebble, didn't you? Played a few holes at Pebble sometimes. Have you got anything you can set me as a challenge? Maybe something for me to maybe not get bored, something to work towards. Have you got anything I can flesh out?
It's funny you mentioned Pebble, because I actually spent quite a bit of time on Pebble Beach for my 1,000 balls in a day. Beautiful hole, the 7th hole, par 3, down the hill. Absolutely one of the best holes in the world. But the best thing is it's not long. It's about 120 yards, but because it plays downhill, it plays like 100 yards. Here's my challenge for you. 100 shots, see if you can hole one. I didn't hole one, and I hit way more than 100 shots. See if you can do any better.
Mate, I like that so much. My wife's going to have to put the kids to bed herself tonight, because I'm going straight in the garage. I'm firing up the 7th straight away. Thank you very much, Rick, for that. Massively inspired this challenge by yourself. I would love to get an ace. I'll keep you updated, mate.
Look forward to it. Good luck, pal.
Right, here we go then. Pebble Beach, 100 shots. How cool is this hole? It looks awesome, doesn't it? Absolutely fantastic. And I really did want to make this ace. I tried a variety of different clubs. I tried a 50 degree, a 54 degree, both with sort of varied levels of success. And I did hit a few close, but I also hit some really poor golf shots. And those poor scores on the shorter wedge shots that we saw in the initial skills assessment were starting to show their ugly heads on the golf course as well, which was a concern because pitch shots are usually a strength of mine. Variety's been one thing, but I'm already starting to see the physical effects. You can see here, it's not like, first world problems and all that, but that bad boy is exactly where I pinch on the grip, and that is ripping open every single time. But what was a bigger concern was these lefts. They were getting more and more left, and I was getting more and more frustrated. And at one point, I can't lie, I completely lost it.
Stop going left! You're killing me!
I've just had to do something I absolutely hate doing, which is leave a practice session just all over the place. No idea what I'm doing. The lefts, I've got a lefter somehow. Something to do with the grip. I can't figure out how to get the thought of my hands not just shoving outside whilst keeping my right arm higher and getting a good turn. I feel like I need to focus on one thing at a time. I might have to have a chat with Piers.
Okay, let's see what you got.
That is so out of time, it's incredible.
Which can easily happen, but that's definitely gone left, hasn't it? But the key thing that you'll see here is the training I want you to look at is that videos that you've sent me, the videos that you've just done, the shots you just hit, we know that your club head, when the shaft is parallel to the ground, the club head is behind this stick on the ground or behind the plane. So I've got a head cover in there, which is tight. So if you start hitting it out the heel a lot or coming slightly outside on the way down, you're going to hit that head cover, so that's okay. The other head cover there is going to create this gateway for you to swing the club back in, so that now when you swing back, you can get it on plane. If you whip the club inside, you'll hit the head cover.
Stand over the ball, and then I just feel like right arm, shoulder high and wide. And that's pretty good, that. It felt a lot better.
Yeah.
Put more middle. Yeah.
Strike was good. It's still a little left. I still want to get rid of that left, obviously. That even someone's texting you saying it's a good shot.
Look at that. That's it. It could be in. Oh!
That was loads better.
Yeah, that was
I don't know how the shot's going to portray.
Yeah, really good. Could go in. Could easily go in. Has gone in. Oh!
That was awesome.
Top man. Thank you, Piers. Appreciate it, mate.
No worries, mate. Very good.
So Dr. Piers had given me his medicine. It was time to take it and grind and work in some of these drills. And I'll be honest, I was very, very excited about just how quick the progress was. The ball was going a lot straighter and the ball's going a lot further. And I was so excited, I had to jump straight on Instagram and share it with some of you guys. I normally will hit a gap wedge, 52 degree, about 100 yards, right? I've just hit one 123 yards, as you can see there. 121 carry with a gap wedge, which for me is just a joke. It's a joke. It's normally a 100-yard club. That number in the corner, you'll see the screen. 118 carry. If I get this anywhere near the flag, it's got to be illegal. A 9-9 for me is normally a 125 club. 125, and now I'm aiming at almost 160. I've hit it really good, guys. That's all I've got. That's all I've got for the 9. Oh, don't do it, Sebi. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me right now? Are you kidding me right now? But then, disaster struck. Out of absolutely nowhere, watching the West Ham game, picking Rupert up out of his playpen, my back went. Completely went. Total spasm. Brought me literally to my knees. And I was absolutely devastated. I still had thousands and thousands of golf balls still to hit. I've just been watching the West Ham Tottenham game, which was an amazing result. I've just put Rupert down in his playpen and my lower back has just completely spasmed. I was trying to walk around the kitchen in a minute to loosen it off. Put loads of my CBD cream on it. Taken some oil. This is bad. This is bad. It's just completely spasmed out of nowhere. So I was left with no choice but to take a couple of days off, rest the back and pray for a miracle. I'm now massively behind. I've still got a lot of balls I need to hit and I'm going to have to rely on putting now to get through this. I'm going to take it easy today and just do putting. And tomorrow I'm going to start trying to bring in some short game and just slowly but surely hope my back recovers enough. I have to lather it in CBD and hopefully by the end of the week I can get those ball totals up and of course take part in the final tests. And now it was time for putting to really come to the fore. I'm telling you now, I absolutely putted my face off for the next few days. Slowly but surely started rotating that back and working it up. And after a while, it did loosen up. It wasn't as bad as I initially thought. The CBD was working an absolute dream for me, giving me flexibility. I'm not going to hit too many balls now to take this back going. I'm going to work on the swing, repetition. I'm going to get to 10,000 mainly, I think, with the putter and the short shots. Now CBD is something I have been taking for a little while now, but normally just before I play to sort of loosen my back up and sometimes after it. But during this period, I was putting it on all the time, every day, taking the oil, rubbing the cream on my back and taking some of the little jelly baby sweets Golf with CBD do. Massive shout out to those guys, really, really helped me here. And after a day or so, I did really start to think it had loosened off an awful lot. There was still a bit of discomfort, but I felt like I could start making a swing again. And before long, I was back to hitting full shots again and I had retained most of that distance. Even managing to hit a few 4-irons, usually the worst club in my bag, very, very close. That was nice. That was real nice. That was real nice. But I'd hit thousands and thousands of golf shots. My hands were in pieces, my back was holding up. It was time to find out if it had all been worth it. This is it. 10,000 balls. I think we're ready, guys. 2 challenges, 10 targets for the ball striking. That's the main one, if we're honest. How much better have I got? Hopefully I haven't got worse. Can that distance relate into better scoring? And then 100 putts from 6 feet. Can I have maintained my putting, maybe slightly improved? We're about to find out. It's all come down to this. Have I just wasted a month of my time, made my wife fuming with me for nothing? Or have we actually got better at golf? But I think these challenges need its own video. So we're gonna leave this one there. Thank you very much for watching. If you have enjoyed this little voyage, make sure you drop a like on it. Let me know what you think in the comments. Subscribe to the channel because imminently, later this week, I'm going to be dropping a full video that I'm about to film right now. I'm going to do this right now, but for you, it's going to be in another video. So stay tuned. Wish me luck. See you soon. Come on, Sebi. You got this. Oh, 7 out of 10. Might get there, you know. I might get lucky here. I might get lucky. Oh, you're kidding. I've got to scoot forward. This is not real life. This is not real life.